welcome to the Ugly Finder podcast. I'm here, Jeremy Ortiz, your host. I'm here with George Ontiveros, always spinning on the ones and twos, taking care of the production. And we got Will and Darren, who are always in the house, ready to talk baseball with us, especially South Shore Adult Baseball League baseball. We also have our special guest today. Welcome the 2-0 Cardinals manager, Alec Legg. He's a legend. He's a legend, everybody. Well, actually, he's the offspring of a legend. For most of those that know and have been around the league for a long time, Alec's dad used to play in our league, and he was a legend back then, back when he played. Even though he should still be playing now. He's not that old.
Yeah, right.
His name is Jason Legg. Jason Legg, the bum. At least that's what Will says.
Leg.
Yep, Will says he'll put your dick in the dirt any day. Get you out here and playing there, Jason. So we're going to have some fun today. We're going to talk a little bit about, Alec and his team and his organization over with Hashmark Sports, and talk a little bit about their sponsorship with Mamacita's Tacos.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
We can talk about that. We can have some fun with that. I've noticed her out at other places other than the ball field, but we'll get into that.
Yeah, we'll get into that for sure.
And then we got also with Bet Openly, which is what we've been talking about. We've been putting it out there for you guys to get on there, sign up. Start betting openly, man. It's a fun way to gamble. It's an easy, less expensive way to put some money on some games where you can win a lot and lose a little. At least that's what my motto's been since I've been killing it on Bet Openly, since I've downloaded the app and got it started. Started with $50, I'm up like 500, so it's pretty good to me. It's been pretty good to me. So let's just jump right into it. 2-0, big game at the Still Yard.
No.
Oil City, yeah. Thank you for the correction. See, I gotta have Will always fix me. He'll always fix me. I'm a guy of the juice. You know what I'm saying? I gotta need my mind. Gotta be corrected every once in a while. But Oil City Stadium, they're in Whiting. We had 3 games there. They had the nightcap, if you will, the 3 p.m. game, taking on the 2023 champions, the A's. The Cardinals did some damage. Talk to me about it. What happened that day? What was going through your guys' mind?
Yeah, we knew it was going to be a tough early test coming in. A's, Sam, Romeo over there does a great job with that team. So you know what you're getting when you go against a team like that. And we played clean defense. Pitching was great. Shut their bats down, had them off balance. Low scoring game. Obviously, they had a guy that could really bring it over there. France. He threw, I would say, mid-80s. He was bringing it. So yeah, we were able to manufacture a few runs and get it done, but happy where we're at right now. Always respect the A's though with what they do. We practiced a little bit with a few of their guys before the season started, and always respect Sam and how he.
Yeah, Sam's a great guy.
Yeah, for sure.
He does a great job.
He even reached out after and was like, great game. We'll see you in a few weeks. So.
Yeah, he'll bring it back.
They'll be ready.
They're coming back with a little more vengeance.
Yeah.
Kind of a new team in the league, right? This is your first year managing.
Yep.
Actually, let's call it a new team, but call it an expansion team, because that's exactly what it is. I mean, you guys have played in the league before. You've been playing with us since you were 19, 20? 21, 22, somewhere in there. So you were in the younger division when we had that.
Yeah, I started in 21 actually when we were out in Crown Point at the what was that field complex called?
We had the
Corn-Dog
Legion
play.
Field. We had Legion, not Legion, Legacy Fields. The Legacy.
Yeah.
Where's the correction on that?
Yeah, I started out
I
there
heard Darian.
with the Rockets team with Steve Schmidt, who is actually who we play against this week, the Diamondbacks, another tough game. So and then I played with the Rangers in 22, Orioles with Matt Hagan last year, and now we kind of went our separate ways and created the Cardinals. So
Yeah, because the Orioles in the division no longer exist. I want to say Matt moved on to better things there with the Reds. I think he's on the Reds in the 38s and over.
with Mike, right? Yeah.
Mr. Bohenick.
Yep.
There's a shout out for one guy, Mr. Bohenick. He'll love to hear his name out there. Michael Bohenick, for those that you don't know.
Yep.
One of the longest tenured players in this league. Been around since year 2. We do
He
have
says
one
20 years, right? 20 years in the league?
His 20 years, yeah, this is 21 years. And Darian's been in the league for 21. But yeah. So let's talk about your lineup. You put a picture of Bohenick up there. You need a picture. You got to keep your headset on so people can hear your smart aleck remarks that you make on the side there, George.
Put your headset on, George.
Have some fun, man. You got to have some fun with it. I can probably pull up a picture of Bohenick. Give me 1 second here, but
I love that, right?
I'm gonna ask Alec about his lineup. So what did you go with for your lineup there?
So lineup last week, we had CJ Hardy, son of Joe Hardy, leading off shortstop. That kid's a stud. He was actually how I found CJ. He was playing in we played in the fall league with Australia last fall, the Orioles, and he was on one of the other teams. We picked him up, had him come to tryouts with us, and he's a great dude.
There's your Bohannik for you. We got a picture. He's here in spirit with us, I guess.
Breathe in that picture.
Not to cut you.
No, you're good. So yeah, CJ Hardy. We got Mitch Finnegan and Tyler Schoonover, as you remember from the Wood Ducks.
I'm surprised you guys didn't go with Tyler to pitch it off, because that dude is a fire. It's a really good pitcher.
Tyler, yeah, he's a stud on the mound. Yeah.
You didn't even have to use him that day.
Nope.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, I actually pitched, and then we went to CJ out of the pen.
That's right. You were the guy who got the win, didn't you?
Yeah.
Look at that. We're sitting here with the winning pitcher.
The stat line doesn't do it justice. I had 4 walks and 2 strikeouts, but we got it done.
A W is a W, right?
Walks usually kill you.
Yeah, we were in a couple jams, but I think they had 3 hits. So they had a couple dinky hits like in the outfield. So I just kept them off balance, man. They were making soft contact. Our defense played well behind me, So yeah.
I wish I could have got out there for that game, but we were still playing when you guys started. It was, I mean, I think CJ Forrest wound up there, they're getting there about the 4th.
Yeah. We actually started late.
Oh, you did?
I don't know if the early games kicked off later or something.
From what I heard, that the Rockies and the Expos went extra innings. They ended up finishing a tie according to the rules. But
there's a team that's 0-2 in our division.
that's crazy. They're a new team. They're an expansion team. That's a team out of Illinois, over by
The Rockies, right? Yeah.
So you got this guy on your team named Ivan Salazar. He's a catcher.
Absolutely.
He's also a great coach. I see him every time I go over to D-bats. He's over there working with kids nonstop. He's doing a great job over there.
Yep, we love Ivan, man. I actually met him on that Rockets team in 21 in Crown Point with Schmidt, and kind of just been around him ever since in terms of the league. We played together in the Orioles, and now I brought him to the Cardinals, and great teammate. We work out all winter together. And we even still go some days during the week while the season's going on. And Ivan, he's great, man.
And you mentioned Finnegan and Schoonover. They've been Schoonover. They've been in the league for a while, actually. They played with the Royals when they won the championship.
No, that was actually who was on the Royals? We don't have any. They were on the Wood Ducks, and then they went to Tinley last year.
They were the Wood Ducks. They were on the Royals.
Yeah, I'll have to ask them that. I don't know.
They were with Jeremy 2.0 Ortiz, and they won the championship. Maybe not Schoonover so much, but I know Finnegan.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say I don't think Tyler was, but maybe Finnegan. Yeah, Mitch.
Mitch, I don't remember. Yeah, well, Tyler was still playing in the younger division. He wasn't old enough to play 25. I don't think. I remember him down in the younger division.
So the Royals, that was like Jeremy and Colin Gordon and
that was 2021. I finally got the dates right for this shit, by the way.
Yeah, I see.
It's taken 5 podcasts to get the dates right on some of the championships, but I got that one. 2021, the Royals. 2022, the Marlins. 23, the A's, and 24 is yet to be determined.
Right.
But the Cardinals made a statement this weekend by beating the former champs 4-0. I'll tell you that.
Powder blues are sweet.
Yeah, they did look good. They did look good. They fully.
Yeah, the A's are tough, man. They got some arms for sure that throw gas. It's always tough against them.
Then you also got a guy named Darian Edmond and also a guy named Carlos Flores, who were coached by a guy at this table.
George Ontiveros.
Did you coach Darian Edmond and Carlos Flores? Were you a special coach for them, George?
I don't think I was a special coach. I think I just put him in the lineup.
Yeah.
But we do have a shout out real quick. Jay Stone.
Oh, Jay Stone.
It's one of our own. Yep. Cardinals. Yep.
There he is. We got somebody watching. We got somebody watching. That's nice. That's good to know. We get people checking us out when they're on the
But I believe he's going to
podcast.
see a picture of Bohannon.
Oh God, another picture of Bohannik? Nah, we'll wait for later. We'll save that for later. I'll pick a different one when he's got his shirt off or something. Maybe we'll calm down. You got the 3.0 on your team as well.
Yeah, Jeremy Ortiz.
Jeremy Ortiz 3.0. I don't know if I know I haven't been having kids because these guys
Gonna
aren't
have a heart
that
attack.
young. Jesus, I got a 2.0 and a 3.0 with the same name. I'm the one with the special spelling. They spell their name correctly. My parents jacked mine up and spelled it different. And I think that's on purpose to separate ourselves from those that are spelled correctly. Nelson, I don't think I've ever met Nelson.
Michael Nelson, actually, he tried out with us native. He was with the Mariners last year.
Oh, he was.
So, yep.
Mariners there, and then your brother Cameron's on the team.
Yep. Yeah, not cousin, by the way.
Cousin?
Nope, not cousin. That's my brother. Yeah.
It's his brother.
I noticed on the last pod. I was
You
like,
corrected me. I'm like, I'm sorry. I didn't know. I thought they were brothers. They look alike. They talk alike. They're very much alike. They look like a Jason.
I thought it was Jason's nephew.
All right, take his mic away because now he's going to correct me again, and I'm not going to like it. It's not allowed. Not allowed. No more correcting me. I'm right all the time now. Just kidding. Then we already talked about Carl. Then you got the two old timers down there with you.
Yep.
Dan Salazar and CJ Flores. Dan Salazar plays for the Yankees as well, the 38th. And then CJ Flores plays with the team I'm on, the Royals, George's team. He manages that team.
Yep.
The guy on the 1s and 2s. So pretty solid lineup for that game. Think about it. You had 13 guys, 12 guys come in and play. Everybody showed up and everybody did some damage. It's something. It doesn't look like anybody really had a goose egg across the board, which is a good thing.
Yeah. No, we're happy with our group, excited for the future for sure. We've been, like I said, I put this together November. I really wanted to do this. We got right to work. We had tryouts in December. Obviously, I think you were at that. The
Yeah,
tryouts,
it's
right?
looking to see what was going on, see how things were going.
Yep. And then
They had a table set up for people to. It was a good organized tryout.
Yeah.
They did a good job.
we had a good turnout, and then we kind of organized rosters enough for 2 teams. One in the Crown Point Night League, and then our league. So we're excited where we're at, man.
Very nice, man. Congratulations again on being 2-0 with the team. Looks like you guys are making a name first year for yourselves. I know there's teams that have been talking. Now you even made them even talk even more, I'm sure. I'm sure those text message groups are going crazy, especially along the top of the board. So when we look at the 20 and over division and we look at, the league as a whole, and we take a look and see, who's in first place, who's in third place, who's in fifth place. We got the Diamondbacks, which you guys get this Sunday, right?
Saturday night.
Saturday night, 7 p.m. at Gowans Park. If you want to go watch some great baseball action there in South Holland, they'll be under the lights, hopefully dealing and going after each other there. And Steve Schmidt's been running a team in Northwest Indiana with not just men's league, but his travel organization he has. Then he has the men's league team, but he's had a men's league team since he came in at like 19 years old or 20 years old. He started there when we had the 19 and over league in Crown Point during COVID and the year after COVID. So 2020 and 2021, we kind of looked for a way to supplement baseball for those collegiate athletes that couldn't go and play in the Mink League or couldn't go play in the Northern League or couldn't go play in some of those other collegiate summer leagues. So we gave them a home, tied them in with some local talent, and there was some really good baseball being played over there at Legacy Fields during that time frame. Some fireballers on the mound. I want to say most teams had 4 or 5 college athletes on their team. They were really getting after it, and the baseball was good. Some big boppers over there, too. It seems like you guys got the best of Hunter Thorne, who had a great opening day, by the way.
Yeah, next Hunter actually. I played against him in high school. He was a graduate at Portage, and I think he went on to play at PNW. So
Yes,
he's
he
a good
did.
player.
Yep. He's a good catcher. I remember watching his play. He just he throws hard. He's got a great pop time. But I really don't know much about the Diamondbacks outside of Schmitty. I don't know what he's done, but I know his team changed over. A lot of the guys left him. They went on to play with the Twins. And speaking of the Twins are 1-1 also as well. So you got some really steep comp. You got the Reds are 1-0-1. They beat the Twins this weekend in the midday game at noon. So they're a tough team. They tied the Rockies.
Yeah.
The Rockies tied the Expos. The Expos are 0-1-1. But it seems like these teams that we brought in, some of these new teams, are actually going to be doing some damage this year and playing some good baseball. So, yeah, and I know you scrimmaged the Rockies.
Yeah.
They really didn't have anything, but apparently they got 2 pitchers that showed up that day and did well against this team. So
Yeah.
I mean, I watched some of that game. It was interesting. It was a good game. They had the Expos had this guy named Big Nate. He's 6'4", 240.
Wow.
Throws low to mid 80s. Interesting character. He's got a mouth on him, I'll tell you that. But Big Nate. Shout out to Big Nate being big and nasty Nate. He held the Rockies down pretty much the whole entire game until they went to their backups. Then we got, but that's your top. And then you got the Red Sox and then the A's at 1-1. So the 2 teams in the championships last year.
Yep.
Lock and Horns at 1-1. I don't know. The Red Sox lost to the A's. The A's lost to the Cardinals. The Diamondbacks haven't played either one of those teams. Neither have the Reds. So we got a lot of baseball left to be spelled for. George, are we having some technical difficulties? His mic dying? Can you go ahead and send us a commercial break here, George? Send us a commercial break. We have technical difficulties. See if we can't get this back up and running.
Here we are, a million stars floating over our heads. Beating hearts, falling apart, staying up to forget. But baby, we'll fall. We all go dancing down, and paradise is found. We're shaking up the ground, 'cause there ain't no stopping now. We could be flying free, leave our worries below. Safe and sound, no one around, say the word and we'll go. But baby, we'll fall. We all go dancing down, and paradise is found. We're shaking up the ground, 'cause there ain't no stopping now.
Do a test real quick. Push the button, maybe. Oh, of course. Now I'm commercial, that's why I can't see. Don't wanna work. Ready? When we go back, we talk about flights.
And welcome back. Short break, technical difficulties here. Somebody forgot to charge the mics, but it's neither here nor there after the Sunday night that George Ontiveros had here at Flight's Tap Room and Whiskey Bar. Come out and support our friend here. Ryan's one of the owners here. He's a great guy. He's hooked us up here. He's going to be doing some great things with us as a league, maybe for our All-Star games, hint, some stuff there. Maybe, we'll see. We'll see what he feels like doing. But come out on Sundays after games, buy a drink, let them know where you're from, wear your uniforms, and have some fun, just like we did on Sunday night. You guys missed out on one heck of a event. We even got on, did an impromptu podcast, and I don't remember it, so it's probably pretty awesome. So back to South Shore Adult Baseball and technical issues and just knowing what's going on with the Cardinals in the 20 and over division, because today's really is focused on the 20 and over. So we got through the standings. Everybody else right now doesn't have a win to their name, but I will give a shout out again to the Rockies, who are 0-2. It's something different, something new, something I've never seen before, but they have 2 ties in their first 2 games as an expansion team.
They're going to go for a third this week? Or
It's possible. I mean, I don't know who they got. We'll take a look at the schedule, run through that real quick too, since you brought it up. The Brew Crew got a win this weekend. So the Brew Crew are 1-1 too. So they're up there, and the only teams sitting without wins right now are the Expos, the Mariners, and the Rangers.
Testing.
Get you guys out. I think the Rangers actually have one stud guy on that team too, that Marquez kid. Or is that the Brewers?
that's the Brewers.
Oh, the
Trust
Brewers,
me,
yeah.
I've done my work on
Yeah.
bringing him up.
Yeah, he's a stud.
Yeah,
I
he
see his
throws-
stat line.
throws
He's
hard.
pretty phenomenal. So we do have games going on this Mother's Day weekend. It's an oddity for us, but with all these rainouts and trying to keep a tight schedule and trying not to go into mid-October for championship games, we really got to get these in whenever we can and whenever we're able to. So any open weekends that we got, we're going to take advantage of it. Saturdays, Sundays, open fields, umpires that we can get. We're going to do our best to get these games in. So May 11th, which is Saturday, we got a 4 and a 7 going on there at Gowans Park. Like I said, you got the A's and the Rangers, Cardinals, and the Diamondbacks in the nightcap at 7 p.m. at South Holland Gowans. After that, you got the Twins, Rockies, and Mariners and Expos over at Irving Park. And then over at Lake Station at 12 p.m., you got the Reds and the Brew Crew. 2 1-1 teams going at it there at noon. That's just a quick setup for our schedule there. What I really brought Alec in here to talk about is a lot of what he's doing behind the scenes. He's doing things that other teams don't do. And one of those big things is looking for ways to promote his brand. They have a brand called the Northwest Indiana Cardinals, which runs under the Hashmark Sports. I'm gonna call it a domain because I don't know what else to call it. Or what is Hashmark Sports? Talk to me about it.
Hashmark Sports is a
Give me 1 second, switch real quick.
Sorry about that. Technical
So
difficulty.
these for a kid or
So Hashmark Sports is a digital content company.
really what we're trying to do with our broadcast for the Cardinals is kind of get some examples of like what we can do filming wise to kind of get it out to maybe some high schools and maybe some smaller colleges in the area to do content for their games. So really it's kind of testing it out to really see what the market is for something like that. Our plan is to maybe even reach out to some high schools in the fall to do kind of like a continue on region spotlight, what we did last year. I'm not sure if you remember, we were at different schools for football games, kind of doing some short video clips of certain plays, touchdowns, and kind of live tweeting the games out to and we got a lot of following from that actually.
Okay.
From parents, fans of the kids that go to the games, of that maybe couldn't tune in, so they're following it on Twitter or whatnot. So that's the goal kind of for that. It's cool we get to do it with the Cardinals, so we can so people can tune in if they don't make it to our games and stuff. But that's really what Hashmark's trying to do right now in terms of broadcasting. The first couple weeks were, we had technical difficulties opening day. That was a nightmare. Last week it was better, but moving forward, we just actually ordered some high-end quality cameras that came in. We've been testing them at our headquarters this
What
week.
kind of cameras did you guys get? Did you get the
It's
Mevo? I
the
know
Mevo,
the
yes.
Mevo was
Yeah.
great. And I was wondering because I was watching the broadcast,
Mm-hmm.
and the Mevo moves with the ball or the player it's attached to.
Yep.
So the Mevo, that's a high end, that's a fun camera to put. And where you guys had your cameras at is definitely not the spot you put the Mevo. In.
Yep.
I've seen the Mevo. I travel softball. Mevos are everywhere.
Yeah.
These big green things hovering around, just watching kids play softball at different fields. It's
Yeah.
intense, but those are great cameras and they capture angles. They do automatic zoom ins when the ball's in play.
Yep.
So you guys should be pretty excited about
Yeah,
that.
so the ones we got, I think they're a little different than that. That's more a real high end, I think. But the ones we have, they're good quality. Like we used I think we were just using iPhones last week up in the press box, but these ones, they're real clear picture, and they're probably going to be. We're thinking mounted maybe somehow on like the fence or something around the field, or we're still working on that. But we've been testing it. We're able to go through an app called Sideline where you can actually have like the scorebook or the scorebug on the screen as well.
Yeah.
So
We
kind
were
of
talking
testing
about
that.
How about, have you guys thought about tying it into Game Changer?
I think that Aaron, our president, looked into that, and I didn't think it was compatible. I might have to double check
Mevo
on
is
that.
compatible with Game Changer, and the reason why I
Okay.
know that is because I have teams that were using it and were tied into Game Changer.
Mm-hmm.
You get the Game Changer bottom line feeds. You get it not only live on your website, but or wherever you want to put it, but you
Okay.
also get it live in Game Changer where they're. I'm promoting. I'm a big fan of Game Changer. I've been using
Right,
it for
yeah.
years, and I know how to use it pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe look into that because it's Titans, and you can tie it into multiple platforms with those
Yeah.
cameras. So you can tie it into Game Changer. It's an easy opportunity for fans and friends to also have another outlet
Right.
that's already on their phone. They don't have to download another.
Right. Yeah, we'll have to look in that for sure. But yeah, it's a work in progress. We actually have some interns we've hired that are going to be coming to the games now, doing content for the social medias,
Okay.
and stuff like that. So it's as the season goes on, it's going to get gradually, better and better. We were waiting on these interns because they were still in college, obviously. So now that they're home for summer, it's going to kick up a notch and look and have better quality for sure.
Nice.
And then that leads me to the food truck. So we
I
had
want to go back to the commentary though, because we were talking about this on Sunday.
Yeah.
Because we were watching while we were here at Flight's Tap Room and Whiskey Bar. And
I know Will seems like he's got something to say about the.
we were talking about it, and I was like, man, a couple guys you guys can hire to really amp up the content, amp up not necessarily the play-by-play, but the actual broadcast piece about knowing guys in the league, knowing who they are, knowing
Right.
their stat lines, being able to talk to them. Because what I found, and not just from your team, but a lot of the guys have a rich history with parents playing in the league or tied into to older division.
Yeah.
Even if it's just a guest spot for a few innings, I think it'd be fun.
Oh,
to-
we would love to do
to
that
get
for
some
sure.
of these guys in here because they did a great job with championships last year for both the 38s and the 20s.
Right.
And we've been doing championship games for what, 2 or 3 years now. Yeah. And that's where all this stuff, all this equipment that we've bought and
Mm-hmm.
collected over from garage sales over the last couple of years
Yeah.
has come from. So we would love if we could tie in
For
some
sure,
of our,
yeah.
some of our commentary just to have some fun with it, be a part of it,
Yeah.
and maybe provide a little bit of some life.
Absolutely, yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, it was boring.
Yeah.
It was very
Yeah,
dry.
you know what?
And
Josh and Zach, they're Josh goes to Purdue Lafayette, Zach goes to Ball State, and they're in this field, so they're developing.
Yeah.
They're gonna get better as they go. So it's all a work in progress, But yeah, we'd love to have guests on. That'd be cool.
It'd be fun.
for
I
sure.
think it'd be fun. If you guys want, just let us know when and where, and we'll be able to get out there. At least George lives close.
Yeah.
Will's willing to do it. I know. Darian puts on some.
I wouldn't mind
commentary.
having CJ's dad on, Joe. That'd be cool. An inning maybe where CJ's pitching or he's up to bat and have his dad in there as a
Exactly,
guest.
exactly.
That'd be
That'd be
cool.
fun.
For sure.
That would be fun. Be able to talk mess about your kid.
We're-
I've been working on that stance. He's still not in there with it, right?
Pretty soon, as long as we get the approval from, the president here, we were looking to maybe do some mic'd up segments as well. Kind of guy.
We were talking about that as well. We have those little mics that George didn't charge that we were using before. That they're charging now, but those are great mics to put on, drop
Yep.
onto YouTube from our iPhones and be able to record. Maybe not podcast, but record and then sharing a reel and do things like that. So
Yeah, that's something we looked into. We have some cameras similar to that, or some mics similar to that, and kind of you just plug in. I think it's like a base into the phone, and then you go on the field with that, and it
bases over
connects.
there
And
somewhere,
so we thought about tying that in a little bit, doing some cool things with that too. So
I mean, the more fun we can have with with what's new to us old folks, all this digital content, right?
Yeah.
All these opportunities to do something we've never done before, and this is a podcast, which is drawn off an idea you guys have done, and you've had your podcast going since January of 2024, right?
Yes,
And
yep.
so we come up with that. We've been talking about it for years, and then you guys did it, and then we're like, we got to do it. We got to get it done.
So we have someone, we got Stoney asking, we gotta get real cats.
Yeah, give me a sponsor for Railcat Stone, and we can make it happen. You come up with $800 per game, you make it happen.
Stoney probably is saying that because he's actually on board for Hashmark as well in sales. And I was with him earlier. We were working at the office today, but I was telling him maybe there's a type of thing where, if a team is willing, we could be like, hey, Jeremy, me and so-and-so, we're going to split 850 a game or 800 a game?
It's 800 a game.
To do one at Railcats this week, could you take us off the schedule at Irving this week and we'll play there or something? I don't know. I was like, maybe we could get that in the
I
works.
mean, it's possible. Anything's possible, so long as Railcats lets us do it.
Yeah, but I don't know if they'd want to do just one game, right? They'd probably want to in
They
bulk.
would do one game because it's money for them. The one thing they won't do for one game is open up concession stands.
Right.
So in the past, and it hurts me because we had a really good relationship with them, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, it went from 500 to 750. No concession, no video board,
Oh, gosh.
no commentary, no music. Show up, play, and get the F out. And that was rough. Because we tried it at 750 and it was not fun. We had nobody showing up.
Yeah.
We were getting yelled at because we started bringing coolers into the stadium because there was nothing else to do.
Yeah.
Fields were taken care of, like
Right.
in the past, they weren't taking care of the field.
That's what I heard. My dad was telling me that. He's like, we played there and there was like puddles all the way on the track and stuff. I'm like,
It was just a money grab, and then they went up to 800, and because people were willing to pay it, and I'm like, my guys play there for so long. I'd rather go pay $200 over here for a game at Oil City.
I will
and get
say
that
that,
done.
that field last week we were at, it was great, man. It was
It's
nice.
a fun place to play.
Yeah.
It sounds like a big league stadium. You hit the ball, you hear the crack. You get one out, you're looking at some big old stacks of what Northwest Indiana is known for. Right, it's in our logo. Those stacks are in our logo. So,
Yep.
Oil City, Whiting.
That's BP oil refinery back there.
My
Exactly.
opinion, it had the same effect as Railcats. I mean, it feels the same. It's nice,
For a fraction of what it typically costs. But,
Yeah.
that's neither here nor there. And we'll continue to work with Oil City, and hopefully we can get more there. Because at the price, I don't think I think people are willing to put out $100, $200 as opposed to $400 or $500
Right.
to play at a stadium.
Right. Even if we, eventually get like the championship series there too, that'd be nice,
It would be. They
or
have
the
this-
All-Star game. Or,
So they have this fall league that starts in late August there that encompasses a lot of the colleges in the area, and then it also encompasses some of the travel teams in the area. So that field's booked from like August 25th all the way through October 29th.
wow. Okay.
And that was something new. I think they started that fall league 2 years ago. So that's why we get the last 2 Sundays that are available to us for the 38 and overs there in August. So if we have any rainouts, we're screwed on playing there for the old guys, but we'll figure it out. Maybe George can go over it and slap some hands with some people from Chicago and get us some block.
Yeah, that'd
you
be
know that
great.
place ain't being used.
It's like get my voice back.
Man, everything they did to block, it's nice.
I can't hear you. How much time do we have? We're doing good. Good promo. Yeah. So again, we're here at Flights Tap Room and Whiskey Bar. Come out and support. We have our bartender Christina. Is that her name? Bartender Christina taking care of us behind the bar. She probably can't see her. It's not easy to see her, but she's there. And come out and support them. Support. This is a great spot. Quiet spot. Good spot to come out, have some drinks, play some music, throw some darts, drink some whiskey if that's what you're into, have beers if that's what you're into. If you like wine, they got it too. They got everything. The food here is also phenomenal. We had it Sunday. The fish, they have this catfish that's great. Some shrimp that looked phenomenal and some chicken wings. I'm probably going to tear into some shrimp here before I leave today because I haven't eaten all day.
Casper had the jalapeno poppers. They look really good.
Yeah, George, you had those. Remember those?
Do you remember?
George still remembered leaving Sunday.
We don't know if they can hear you, Will. But they may be able to. Does it picking up Will's voice when he talks over here?
No.
No. So back to the league, back to the Cardinals, because today is all about the Cardinals. And the next podcast that we do, I'm going to put a plug in. We're going to bring in former President Lenin Reyes on 5/22. That's the next podcast date. It's going to be 5/22. We're going to bring in Lenin Reyes, and we're going to talk about the years after Steve Carpenter and get into it and really see what we got going on there. But really quick, Hashmark Sports. Awesome what you guys are doing. The vision's there. I think the talent is there. I'm just waiting to see it continue to grow and watch it become whatever it's going to be, whatever it's going to become, especially for the Cardinals, because that's what I'm tied to. Hashmark Sports is what the Cardinals are tied to. Cardinals are tied to the league, and that's what I'm in for. I'm in to see how these guys do, not only on the field, but with their media, with their sponsorships. If you guys are looking to sponsor, if there's anybody out there listening that's looking to sponsor teams, get a hold of me. I'll put you in contact with teams that are going to take care of you. I know that's the biggest thing about sponsorship and whatnot, is making sure that you have guys showing up to whatever you're doing or promoting whatever you're doing. Reach out to me on ssabl2003@gmail.com, and I will get you squared away with teams that are willing and ready to support your cause, your organization, your restaurant, your bar, your taco truck. We'll close it off here. We'll talk about this taco truck here, since we're on sponsors.
So, we got hooked up with this Las Mamacitas food truck, ran by, I believe her name is, Monica Jimenez is the owner. Real nice lady. We made a deal with her. She actually gave us a set amount of money for the partnership, and then we were going to get 10% of sales that were made at the games. And then obviously she keeps the rest. First week, I guess their truck was, I think they needed a new engine. It was broken down, but we didn't find out till the last minute before the game. So, sitting there, opening day in the dugout, we're at Lake Station against the Rangers. I got my dad knocking on the dugout. Where's this taco truck? I didn't eat lunch. I came,
I want some tacos.
I came
It's
here
hard
to
to
play.
turn down. You want tacos.
And then last week, I guess they had some event for Cinco de Mayo, but we're going through issues with that. We're supposed to meet with her tomorrow to really figure out what's going on, because she seems a little wishy-washy. I don't know. But we got a backup plan. Sammy's Tacos will be at our game this Saturday night.
Very good.
So Sammy's Tacos will be actually for the 4:00 game, which is I think is A's Rangers at South
correct.
Holland.
That is correct.
And then so they'll be there for that, and our game at 7. So backup plan, and then I actually been looking into other ones because with summer coming, looked into Kona Ice. Stoney actually was looking into that today, so hoping to hear back from Kona Ice. As the weather heats up. So we'll have tacos for the fans this week. So
Hopefully, because I was there. I thought she was going to be there at 9:00 in the morning at Oil City. I was making some breakfast tacos because I was up early that day. I was in Lake Station. I was at Irving. I was at Hesville.
Yep.
And then I was at Oil City, and I was sitting there thinking about, man, I'm freaking hungry.
I heard you were at Lake Station on the live. I guess it was like a lake there or something.
Oh, it was Lake Station. Yeah, pretty much.
Literally.
Literally, Lake Station. I forgot my pole in the car. Otherwise, I'd probably drop in and catch a carp or two.
So from that 30-minute rain and on that Saturday night, it did it, huh?
Well, I'm thinking that a lot of that carried over from the rain we had Wednesday and Thursday.
Ah, I see.
So they had a game Thursday that got canceled, so they just figured to say
It rained hard from 1 to 3.
Was it?
1 to 3. We'll say it rained hard from 1 to 3 on that.
But you had, because some
Saturday.
of us were at Oil, you had some play with the fields, right? Did you move some games or?
I didn't move any game.
No, okay.
Actually, you know what we did? Actually, the Red Sox and the Mariners moved out to Chesterton
Ah, okay.
on their own, got their own umpire, took care of it all.
Wow.
I was
How about
very
that?
impressed. Brian Daniels and oh my God, I can't remember the guy's name from the Mariners, but he's gonna shoot me. Text me if you're on here.
Clint Capari?
Clint Capari is there, but he's not the one that did this. Clint Capari, he's oversees the Mariners, but there's a new manager, and the name escapes me off the top of my head. I will find it, and when I come on the next podcast, I will make sure you get the love that you deserve for putting that together, going out and finding an umpire and just really getting a game in that, honestly, with the way I'm set up and the way that I run the league, the way things work, once umpires are canceled, it's hard to get them back. If you want to get a game in, I'll give you full autonomy to find a field, find an umpire, and it can count as an official game, and I will pay the umpire.
Yeah.
Because that's what I did. I ended up paying the umpire, which is fine, easy to do. But if it rains, usually if this is how I judge the fields. If Lakeshore is down, everything is down.
Because of how good they take care of it over there. Yeah.
Exactly. Now, if Lake Station is down, it's just down. That's the only one that's down. Not gonna lie. I got to get over there and talk to the AD to see if we can't help him figure out a way to level it.
Right.
I mean, we put some money into the field. They need to make sure it's level, because the money that we put in the field was to take care of the infield and to kind of prevent Lake Station from popping up.
Yeah.
So I got to have that conversation.
We were at their opening day. It was a little rough. It needs some work on, like you
just
said, just
rake.
leveling. Yeah,
Yeah,
rake,
level it
dragging,
out,
rake.
and
Yeah.
All I need is a drag, maybe a spike drag, a gator for a day, and,
Yep.
and take a couple guys out there, and it won't. We've done it before.
Just turn
We turned-
everything up.
I mean,
Yeah.
we've turned chicken shit into chicken soup, so it's not that bad. Go back to
Just
the
don't
days
use
of,
cat litter.
Just don't use cat litter. Kyle Hahn. There's a shout out to Kyle Hahn. Cat litter. I've been yelling at my 38 teams. I had the Expos. Michael Jacoby walk up to me at the end of his game and go, "There's cat litter over there if you need it for." I'm like, "Take that shit out of here." Don't you ever put cat litter on any of my fields again? Oh, I didn't know. You didn't see my response to Mike Bohannon. Mike Bohannon again. Mike Bohannon again. About his conversation on the 38 and over managers page about kitty litter. Kitty litter's a no-go. Sand works out just fine if you need to use it for a little bit, but
Breathe, Bohannon, breathe.
kitty litter is a no-go. But one last thing, a shout out to, so one thing I want to talk about really quick, and it's really quick, the quick plug, Bet Openly, betopenly.com. Go out there, download it, not even download, it's just a website, betopenly.com, betopenly.com. Put it in your browser history, drop in 5, 10, 20, 50, 5,000, 20,000. We'll put it in the description. We'll post it again on the Facebook page. It's on, I don't know if it's on the website yet, but it may have been. I don't remember if we put it on the website. But get out there, put it in the app, download it. Make sure when you set your account up, you put in there, how did you hear about it? Put in Hashmark Sports, SSABL, NWI Cardinals, just something like that, so they know where they heard it from. Just so that we're promoting their Bet Openly is a sponsor of the Northwest Indiana Cardinals, so I bring them up. We want to make sure we're taking care of our sponsors in this league. Get out there. If you're gambling on the other, I'm not going to mention names because I don't have the copyright to do that. I'm not going to mention names for any of the other betting websites out there or apps. Get off of it. Go to Bet Openly, have some fun, win some money, and support your local league. Because again, I think I mentioned it to some of you. We may eventually be able to do some fun with the website and some games and some side bets and whatnot. Because it's
Side bet on her, didn't you?
it wasn't available, but I am putting your dick in the dirt when I pitch against you. It's going in, and it's going in as shallow as you can get it.
You're not ready.
You're not ready. What's that? Oh, we need to talk about our website. All right, don't forget to go to www.southshoreadultbaseball.com and have some fun. Check out the stats, check out the leaderboards, check out the schedules, check out the teams. You got links to their game changer pages on there. We got a clothes shop, we got a apparel shop up there. We got Homewood Bats. I always forget to mention Homewood Bats, and honestly, I don't really know what else I got to say. I want to thank Alec for coming out today.
Yep, absolutely.
Appreciate the conversation.
Thanks for having me.
Doing a great job with those Cardinals there in the 20 and over division. Look forward to big things.
Follow the Cardinals on socials too. We're on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and Twitter X. So
Who's doing your TikTok stuff? Are they dancing? Are they doing the TikTok dancing?
I think we have a post of just shaking hands after the win last week so far, but our intern's going to start taking care of that here soon. So
Awesome.
Yep.
Well, I look forward to all the great stuff that's coming out of there. And if you teams want to know how to do this stuff, reach out. I'm all about teams promoting their teams, getting on social media, sharing this information. And again, it all benefits us all. So with that said, Ugly Finders out. Have a great night.